All right, we just got done creating a door block. We're now going to create another one. Once again, click on Templates, click acad.dwt. One of the things that we're going to do before anything else is we're going to change the units that we're working with. So we're no longer dealing with decimal inches, or actually implied inches. Instead of a nondescript unit, which could be miles, it could be kilometers, it could be light years, it could be micrometers, it's just all inferred. We're explicitly going to change our units to feet and inches. Give this a moment to finish up. Excuse me. Okay, type UN at the command prompt. Oh, part of it's still loading. There we go. Type units, or UN at the command prompt, push return, or press the space bar. All we're going to do, under length, we're going to change from decimal to architectural, and you can see now we're dealing with feet and fractional inches. We're going to leave our degrees set where they are right now. I doubt we will have a need for decimal precision degrees. We'll click OK. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw a polygon. I'm going to come up here next to the rectangle, expand the tool, click on Polygon. How many sides are in my polygon? I'm going to select 3. And instead of selecting the center point of the polygon, I'm going to select the edge. I want to define my polygon by the length of the edge, so I'll type E, push return. And I'm just going to click anywhere out in space. I'm going to move my mouse up, rubber band to a 90 degrees, type 3 at the command prompt, press return. I'm now going to move this triangle so that this corner of the triangle is at the coordinates 0, 0. I'm going to pan a bit here. M for move, press return, select my object. I'm done selecting my object, press the space bar, which is the same as pressing return in AutoCAD. My base point, where I'm moving from, is that intersection. I want to specify 0, 0. But I want to make sure that it goes to that intersection, so I'm going to move my mouse down here. And you can see my cursor is flashing in the command line. I will type 0, 0 and push return, or the space bar. And you can see I've moved my triangle to that location. I'm going to draw a line. This is just a temporary construction line. I want this line to be 6 inches long, starting at 0, 0. Well, I know that the vertex of the triangle is at 0, 0, so I don't need to key in a coordinate to draw this. L to start my line, to push a space bar, same as pressing return. Left click to establish a beginning point of my line. And I'm going to hold my mouse on this angle, rubber banding to a nice 0 degrees. For those of you who may be experiencing trouble with this rubber banding, that snap, that dash line, is the dash green line for rubber banding is not showing up. It is this icon right here. It is polar tracking. You left click to turn it on or off. When it's blue, it's on. Okay. So I want this at 0 degrees. Rubber banding there, and I want this line to be 6 inches long, so I'll type in 6 and push return. I'm done drawing a line. You can see I've got a new position where I'm beginning to draw my line from. I'll push return again. Now at this point I have 2 different ways that I can modify this point, or this object. One of the ways is with the stretch command. So I'll start the stretch command by typing S at the command prompt, push return. Remember I have to use the stretch command with a crossing window, so I will click in outer space just to the bottom, just to the right of the object for the vertex that I want to edit, and I will left click, and then I will drag my cursor across so that you can see it's filled in with green. It's got that dashed line around it, tells me I'm using a crossing window. It doesn't matter if I go up or down to select a crossing, but in order to highlight the objects I want to modify, I need to go up. So I will left click again. I'm done selecting my objects. I will push return. And I want to start stretching from this intersection, and you can see that little green X is highlighted for intersection. If you do not have that green X for intersection, that would be this object snap right here. Once again, a left click will turn it on or off. Blue is on. That grayish white is off, so I want it on. To see what options you have available is a right click. You can see I have intersection checked on, and that's what I want. So I just did a left click outside of that to make it show up. Zoom in on, or not zoom in, but move my mouse so that the intersection is highlighted. I'll left click, and I will move until I hit the endpoint. Left click again. I do not want this middle line, so I will erase it. E at the command line, push return, select my object, push return again. May not seem like much, but when I go to push save, which is also Command S, or I'm sorry, Control S, or this icon right there, this is a showerhead. Alright, there's the creation of a showerhead. Now I want to show you the alternate method. I'm just going to use my undo command to undo that last modification. I want to show you the alternate method to achieve that stretch. If I select this polyline, you'll notice I have the midpoint of the polyline where I can edit vertex or convert to an art, or I can stretch. Well, I don't want to stretch that side of the polygon. I want to stretch this side of the polygon. So I'm just holding my mouse. I'm not clicking anything yet. And now I can left click, and I'm stretching that endpoint until it comes out right there. And I'm done with doing what I want to do. I'll click escape to deselect that object. I'll highlight that middle line, which I don't want, erase it, and then Control S, and I will save. And that's creation of Showerhead.